She's like a Sherlock Holmes for Mementos and family photos. For the past few months, Kate Kelley, a special ed teacher from Attleboro, has been buying up old, unclaimed pictures she can find at antique stores in the area. And she gets to work, learning more about the people in them so she can reunite the photos with their subjects' descendants. She told the Boston Globe's Stephen Ear she's returned about 100 photos so far to families they came from, chronicling her efforts on her Facebook page, The Photo Angel. The Photo Angel, Kate Kelley, joins me now. Kate, it's good to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited.
Great. So an odd but wonderful hobby. How'd this come about?
So my mom and I were going through some old family pictures, and we noticed there were quite a few that were non-relatives. And we thought, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could get these pictures back to their family members? And that's kind of how it started. I met with success with a family in Tennessee who was very appreciative of getting the photos from me. And then I thought to myself, well, I had visited antique stores and flea markets in the past, and it always made me sad to see discarded family photos in boxes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, those are somebody's relatives. Like, they don't belong in a dusty box in an antique store. So kind of became my mission to rescue them and send them back to their families.
Did I read in the Globe thing you're a Mayflower descendant too? So you got that historical connection? That's right?
I do. I come from a family of history buffs. So yes, I was able to trace my family to the Mayflower Society, and I'm also in the Daughters of the Revolution.
If you ever find any pictures of the Pilgrims, let me know. I'd love to see that. So to get this going, the back of the photo, so that people aren't saying, how does she do this? You need some data. There's got to be a name of some sorts, a location. And then from what I understand, you go to either Ancestry.com or I don't know what the other one's, what is it called? Graves Are Us or some, what's the name of that Graves thing? What's that called? Find a grave. Okay, fine. Or Facebook. And then based on limited information, you're like a detective, essentially. You make the connection. Is that accurate?
That is 100% accurate. And, it's hit or miss, but the more information on the photo usually meets with more success.
So I want to pull up a few you can tell a sentence or two about a story. Here's Lil and Hayes Emerson. They're from North Waterboro, Maine. When you connected that photo to their grandniece, what did the grandniece have to say about the picture?
Oh, she was so excited. There was a fire in the family rather, and she was just thrilled to have the picture because it was the only existing photo of her great aunt and uncle.
I love that. Let's pull up another one, by the way. These are the Jeriwiches. I hope I pronounced this properly. Yet again, when you contact a descendant, in this case a grandchild, the grandchild says to you, by the way, there's not just two people in this photo, there's a third person in the photo. Who's the third person, Kate?
The third person was his father. His grandmother is pregnant with his father in this photo, so that was really cute.
What does it feel like when you make the connection, when you do the research, the detective work, and you reach out to people and you get the contact back? What's that moment feel like for you?
Oh, it's just absolute joy. It's excitement. It's just feels so good to help somebody piece together their family history.
You said in the Globe story that most people you contacted, not surprisingly to me, were thrilled, but some people were, and I'll quote from the story, not all that interested, to which I said, what is wrong with these people? I mean, you seem to be a little bit nicer than I am, so I know you'll be kind, but what did someone say to you? Give us an example of somebody who was, quote, not all that interested in connecting with a photo of the people they came from.
Sure. Well, I've had a few rare instances, where people will say to me, oh, can I just have a digital copy of the photo rather than the hard copy? So I've run into that just a couple of times, but most people are extremely grateful and excited.
But does anybody say to you, don't bother, I'm not interested, or no?
No, because I'm going through Ancestry, so they have a vested interest in their ancestors.
Oh, I see.
Right, so that's why I'm just not going through Google to try and find people because I automatically know they're going to be interested going through Ancestry.
Do you have a bunch of photographs that you're obsessed with that you haven't quite reached the connection point yet, but you've decided come hell or high water, I'm doing this, that driven kind of thing?
Yeah, I do. I have a folder marked challenges, and I'll put it away for a little bit and get back to it and kind of think outside the box. How else can I try and locate the relatives? And it's tough. I have a deputy sheriff from Warren County, Pennsylvania, who I just can't seem to make the connection with. So I emailed the current deputy chief just to send him the picture, and he thought that was cool. And I put it on their city website to see if maybe somebody.
This.
So it's fun. It's just a wonderful hobby.
Don't give up. So before you go, I read in the Globe you spend 3 hours a night on this, which is a hell of a lot of time. What did you do with those 3 hours before April? What were you doing every night?
My lesson plan. I'm a teacher, so I was busy doing my.
Okay, I hope you're not leaving those kids behind in the interim. Kate Kelley, this is a great story. Keep at it. Stay in touch. It's terrific, and how wonderful for those families. Good to see you.
Thanks. Thank you very much.